G'day everyone, this is Mark from Adelaide Sword Academy, and I am continuing to put together various practice materials for people. What I'm going to show you right now is probably my personal favourite footwork exercise. I use this a lot, particularly in competition season. Goodbye competition season. It was nice knowing competition season. It's not going to happen this year. Moving forward, it gives us a chance to work on a whole pile of stuff that with personal training that we wouldn't necessarily have. So I'm going to show you those things. So it's in 4 stages essentially. The first stage is where I'm doing steps forward and back. Okay? So I've got my opponent here, moving forward and back with passing steps, gathers, so I'm slipping backwards, just working on that plane forward and back. Okay, so you're just maintaining your position and your guards. There are 4 different steps that I use a lot at this stage. First one is slipping. Cool. Slipping forward and back, slipping the back foot. Often we'll return with the other foot. Slipping back and returning. Passing steps. Okay. Advances and retreats. I might drop and sort of lunges on top of that. So extending, and those are sort of the forward and back steps that I like to do a lot of practice of. Okay, so the second stage that I work on too, once we've done this forward and back with the different steps, is my diagonal stepping. Now, mine will call these triangle steps. I'm not interested as much in the lateral movements at the moment, but more the diagonal ones. So that if I'm stepping here and then off to each side. Now, this essentially gives us our approach to our opponent, or some of the steps we're going to make on our approach. So if I'm coming up to my opponent, a lot of the time I'm going to strike in and keep moving. As you can see, that's going to be a diagonal vector to my opponent. Go here, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's my double step, triangle to the front. Or I might start one side and then end the other. So these are the triangle steps that we work on in the approach, and particularly they're useful. You can swap side to side from them as well. So that I might go step to this side, but then end up going one way or another. And I really want to imagine my opponent in front of me and like set the line that I'm going to take. So if they're here, I go, okay, right, I'm going to enter on this side. I might fake to this side and then continue. But you can see that I've made a diagonal pass on my opponent. The third type of footwork I like to set up is when I'm moving distinctly laterally. And here we have a lot of springs, we'll have a lot of turns of our body, and particularly turns of our back foot. So I'll show you those. So again, imagining I am approaching my opponent, I come in and I'm stepping off to the side. So this is more as if the previously with the diagonal steps, it's like I am laying on my opponent. These ones, it's as if they are coming in and attacking at me. So the distance, there. Okay, so steps in this sort of group of thing are the following. So from a reasonably poised position, springs off to the side, one side and the other. I really like to make sure that I do the opposite side spring. What do I mean by that? So say I'm set up this direction, the blow is coming in on me here, so it's easy for me to spring this side, but it's more difficult to spring this side. So see that little triangle step there where I go across, and this is where we get these sort of turns of the body more as the back foot can kind of move first as well. So I'm here. Okay, the last type of step that I like to personally work on is what we call abzug, or withdrawal. It's getting out, and we really don't do this enough. So we'll start here. I'll start this from here and practice getting back off, slipping away, getting away laterally as if I'm already bound, or even just escaping off to the side. So here I might escape off to the side, stepping back, put my weight forward, get back, but really moving backwards with a number of different things towards the back two quarters. Okay, so here, turn to the body and stepping back. Maybe extending back in if I see an opening. And I should remember here my high cut as I step backwards. So just delivering a high cut as I step backwards is going to help keep me safe. Cool, so those are the 4 types of steps that I like to practice personally. You can group them together. Footwork is a kind of a tricky topic to sort of approach on an individual level. If we're really super simple, then it gets very boring. But if we add too many layers of complexity, it's like I'm practicing my cross step, I'm practicing this step, I'm practicing that step. So this sort of gets rid of that. You use the steps that you're used to. You're naturally working on, maybe you work on one particular one that you're trying to develop more, but this is more about purpose. We've got the purpose of moving myself forward and back, purpose of really attack, so that's my diagonal movements, the purpose of shifting the line, defense, okay, that's my lateral movements, and of course just withdrawing from the fight, that's diagonal and back. So I find this a really useful way to organize the practice of my footwork and also think about where and how I'm going to be using this in the fight as I'm doing it. Look, I hope you get some value out of it. Give me any comments that you think, and I'd love to address those. Cheers, everybody.